everybody. Thank you again for joining me in these morning moments. I'm very excited about what I'm talking about. I'm excited in my spirit because there's a knowing in me that when you and I become hungry, like we've been talking about in Matthew 5 verse 6, blessed are those who hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. There will be nothing good, there will be nothing promised that will be withheld from us. Not that God is withholding it from us, but the desire and the hunger that's in that I believe is coming into us will drive us, will force us, and will bring us to a place where there will be nothing more important to us in this world than having more of God, having all of His promises fulfilled in our lives, both personally and corporately. And the one thing that God is after with all of us, and for those of you who are here on Sunday, listening to what Pastor John has been talking to us about what's happening with the interns, these interns are hungry for God. They are hungry for more of His presence. They are hungry to have the manifestation of His power in their lives, to be changed in their nature, in their soul, to be changed from the inside out. They are crying out to God for this. They are desperate to God for this. And it is my desire, and I know it's Pastor John and Sharon's desire, that you and I are the same, that we have this heart cry to have our inner nature, our soul changed completely to be like Christ. So I'm going to keep reading. I've been reading from John G. Lake's book, and again, I'm going to remind you, John G. Lake is part of our spiritual heritage. He's part of our faith legacy, like Smith Wigglesworth, like Kenneth Hagin, like Kenneth Copeland, like Oral Roberts, Jerry Savelle, Pastor John. John G. Lake is one of those that are in our faith legacy. So when we talk about having our foot in the message, our foot in the message, partially in what John G. Lake has written here, it's very much in line with having our feet in the message that's part of our legacy. I'm glad you understand that. So I'm going to keep reading from this chapter entitled Spiritual Hunger. So John G. Lake had a history of family illnesses, buried many brothers and sisters, terrible illness. It would be a wonderful thing for you to go and read, but I'm going to read from a section here. I finally got to a place where my supreme cry was for deliverance. So his wife had gotten very, very ill. Tears were shed for deliverance for 3 years before the healing of God came to us. I could hear the groans and cries and sobs of my family and feel the wretchedness of our family soul. My heart cried, my soul sobbed, my spirit wept tears. I wanted help. I did not know enough to call directly on God for it. That's not the case for you and I. Isn't it a strange thing that men do not have sense enough to have faith in God for all their needs? Do not know enough to call directly on God for physical difficulties as well as for spiritual ones? I did not. You and I do. But bless God, one thing matured in my heart, a real hunger. And the hunger of a man's soul must be satisfied. It must be satisfied. It is a law of God. The law of God is in the depth of the human spirit. God will answer the heart that cries. God will answer the soul that asks. Christ Jesus comes to us with divine assurance and invites us when we are hungry to pray, to believe, to take from the Lord that which our soul covets and our heart asks for. Blessed are they which do hunger. And then I've highlighted this. Begin to pray to get hungry. Begin to pray to be more hungry. For those of you who are awakened enough that you are aware of the desire in you to eat more, you're aware of the hunger in you. You know, we come here on a Sunday and we get fed, and in that feeding, we're aware that our spirit needs more food. That's the hunger I'm talking about. You're aware that you're more hungry. I'm going to say the same thing that John G. Lake said. Begin to pray to become more hungry, and God will give you the desires of your heart. In the next session, we're going to get into the condition of your soul, being aware of the condition of your soul, and using the word, being hungry, to change your condition. Thank you for joining me.